Hi all, in this video, let's discuss about some of the useful HTML attributes. So the below are the attributes we will be discussing. Let's start. So the first attribute is accept attribute. So accept attribute allows us to specify the type of the file which we are uploading. So this is what we'll be using. So input type file. So while you are uploading the files, we can use this accept attribute so that you can specify the format. So which format files only the user can upload to the file. So for example, we are giving only APG and image format files. So for example, now we'll see these two files, .png and .jpg. So let's see that an example. So when I try to upload any file, so it will only show the relevant files. So it means we have given the PNG and JPG file format. So it will show JPG and PNG file formats itself. It will not show all the entire file, whatever the files available in these folders. Just it will firstly it will pick this. Also it is showing other file folders because in these folders also these format images may exist. So that's the reason folders also will be shown. So if you want to add one more format, so then just in this string give a comma separated and give dot txt. Now the text file format also will be supported. So let's just check it. So earlier we got only png format, so now we also got text files here. So this is how this attribute helps the user, and we can specify only what type of the files we can upload. So this is all about the accept property. So the next is spell check. So this spell check property usually we use to check the spellings or the grammar in an input fields. Okay, let me show this first. So we use this spell check. So this is the attribute we'll be using. Spell check is equal to true. This is how we need to use. The important note to be remember is this spell check can be applied only to the editable fields. Like input is an editable field. So only to that fields you can keep this spell check. All the non-editable elements, even if you keep the spell check true also, the spell check will not be shown. Okay, for that, because this input text means you can type the text. So here I have given some spelling mistake value in this input text. So let's see how this spell check true will work. So if I hover here, so it is showing, see. So if there is something spelling mistake, so it is showing. So there you can right click and you can click the correct spelling. So like this, checking also spelling mistake. If you right click it, we can go to the correct spelling check. So this is how we can use the spell check attribute. So coming to the third property, translate. So this translate means whenever, so let me show you an example. So I will go to some fake JSON API. So this is a fake JSON API. So whenever I open this API, Google Translate on the top, it is saying this language is Latin. Shall I convert it to true or English, or it is asking us to select our own language, other language as well. So this is how Google Translator will help us. If the language is in other languages, it will help us and it will ask us whether to translate to any of the another languages. So in this type, the Google Translator will help us to translate whole entire web page also, website also. For those things, so if you don't want to translate your brand names, logos, or any of few attributes or few fields, if you don't want to translate even from the Google Translate also, then you can use this attribute translate no. Then if you keep this translate attribute, then even if Google Translator is going to translate it to English, if I click English, entire this text would be converted into the English. At that point, it will not translate our brand names and logos. Okay, this is how this translate attribute will help us. So coming to the fourth attribute, poster. So this is a video attribute or element of HTML element. So here we'll be giving src as a video URL link. So this poster, here you are mentioning the image, one image. This image will act as a thumbnail. Before user is uh, downloading this video or until user hits the play button, this image will be appearing to the user. So let's see that. So if I click this, see here, this is a video. Until the user clicks the play button or while he is downloading the image, while the video is loading, you will be seeing this image. So this is like a thumbnail of the video. So if you're not mention this poster attribute, what happens in this video? When this video loads, in the first frame of this video will be taken as a thumbnail. So that is about this poster attribute. So coming to the multiple attribute. So this multiple attribute can be used for three things. Like let me give here. So the first thing is for email IDs, you can give multiple values in the input field. So if even the spaces are there, it will trim those spaces automatically. For email values, for file values, if the input type is file or email, or for the select element. For these three fields, the multiple attribute can be applied. Okay, let me keep the file here. Okay, so if I keep file, so let's check that. So here it is there, multiple. So here I can select a number of files. So I can select, I can go back and I can select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need to hold your control button and select the files, or shift button, and you can select what all the files you want. And if you click upload, see 5 files are uploaded. So in this way, you can upload multiple files, or multiple values can be given to email field, or multiple values can be selected in a select drop down. For all these three elements, this multiple attribute can be applied, where we can select multiple values. So this is the main usage of this multiple attribute. Coming to the last attribute, like download attribute. This attribute is specified to the anchor tag, and we this will work only if the href tag is set. Okay, it means href tag is very much important for the download attribute. This will download like, and href attribute is very much important for the download attribute, and this file name is an optional thing. If you not mention, whatever the file name is default here, that file default download file name would be taken. If you want a specific download file name, you can mention that download file name as a specific file name. So what does this download attribute tells is, it will instruct to the browser, don't route to this href, download the resource in this file. So this is what this download attribute will instruct to the browser. It will tell to the browser, don't navigate to this href URL. It will ask to download that file. So that is the main importance of this download attribute. So let's check that. So if I click this download me, you'll be downloading the file. See, with the file name, whatever the file name you mention here, with that file name, you will be downloading the resource. One more important point while you are working with the download attribute is, it will only work for the same origin files. So for example, if you're working in a Facebook organization, Facebook is a origin, and if you want to download in another origin, if the resource is available in the Google origin, that domain would be different domain. Facebook domain is different and Google domain would be different. So these origins are not same. In those cases, download attribute will not work. The download attribute only works with the same origin. So this is what about all the attributes. So hope you understand the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.